Hello, my name's Jade, and today we will be discussing Never Fade by Alexandra Bracken. This is the second book in the Darkest Minds trilogy. If you did not know, I loved The Darkest Minds. I gave it a 10 out of 10. I really loved it, and it's one of my faves. And so this is the second book in that trilogy. I also really liked this one. I didn't like it as much as I liked The Darkest Minds though. I loved The Darkest Minds, and this one I just didn't have as intense feelings for. I mean, I still really liked it because it's the same characters and it's their story, and so how can you not like it? But yeah, I just didn't like it as much as I like The Darkest Minds. I would give this like an 8 out of 10, which is still pretty good, right? Right. You have to read The Darkest Minds, and then once you read The Darkest Minds, you have to read this one. So just go read The Darkest Minds if you haven't already. I'll link my video on it down below. I can't give you a synopsis for this because it's the second book, and so spoilers. But as I said, I'll link my Darkest Mind video down below, so if you want to know what it's about and the premise in the world and stuff, you can see in that video, because I'll give you a synopsis for The Darkest Minds. I really enjoyed being back in the world. I really enjoyed the characters. Alexandra Bracken characters are just, oh, they're the best things ever. You just love them so hard and you get so attached, and they're so well done, and the character development is great. It is out of this world fantastic. Yeah, I think that's it for the non-spoiler section. Go read it, and then you can come back and we can discuss it together, because you'll have read it, and so it doesn't matter if you get spoiled because you'll have read it. So go read it is what I'm getting at. Go away and read it, because you don't want to be spoiled. Yeah, so if you haven't read Never Fade, you should go away, because otherwise I'm going to spoil you, and I think we've established we don't want that to happen. So leave, please, if you have not read Never Fade. What are your thoughts on the Never Fade cover? I mean, I like the color scheme, and it's pretty. I like this design. I don't know, it's very like shiny and kind of light, and it's like this difference between lightness and dark. I don't know, I prefer the other two, I think. So we open up, and we're on this mission with Rob. Oh, goody! Right there and then I was like, yeah, no. Not looking forward to this next chapter. We're trying to get someone out, and it's agent blah blah blah, and we don't know who it is, and then she pulls off the hood or something, and immediately we think it's Liam. Southern accent and blonde hair. Vida. Oh, boy did I hate her in the beginning. And she was just so annoying, and she was so horrible to Ruby. Just shut up. I liked her hair though. Purple, was it? Purple? Yeah. I appreciated that. But I mean, other than that, shut up. She was just so mean. And she's like, oh, hi, I'm mighty, and I'm better than you, and you're nothing, and la 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 la. I'm pretty sure at the beginning, I didn't trust Kate. I feel like I was mad still about what happened at the end of Darkest Minds, and the fact that they were cool, and I didn't want her to be with the Children's League. And it's just so, oh my god, we need to leave this place. We gotta leave this place. We need to find Liam. And so I didn't like Kate. She was working with the Children's League, and I was anti-Children's League. So yeah. First two chapters really were just great. Like the way we were brought back into the world. I mean, first one, we're in this mission, and the stakes are high, and there's guns, and it's intense, and then at the end we think we see Liam. And then the second one, we got our bearings, Children's League is described to us, and then we learn about Cole. Again, didn't necessarily trust him at the beginning because all the things that Liam had said about him, and he was Children's League, and we are very anti-Children's League. No, not okay. So I didn't really trust him. One of my probably biggest issues, and the reason I didn't like it as much, is it took me a little while to get into it. The description is very deep. It took me a while to like see what was going on. There was a long time where I was not sure how to feel about it. And then Cole takes Ruby to the shower. I love that scene. And we find out that Liam took the wrong jacket, and so he has this jacket with this information about how IAAN started and what caused it. And so Ruby needs to go find Liam, which I'm all on board for. Yes, please, thank you. To get back the jacket with the information. I trusted him there because, first of all, he wants the cure. We need to find a cure, and the only way we can find a cure is if we find out what caused it. And so obviously he has motives, and he's, but also it's his brother. And so that's kind of when I started like, okay, whatever, I trust you. And it was kind of Wasn't he going against the Children League's mission? Wasn't it like a secret mission that no one knew about and she had to like break free? That made me like him a little bit more, I feel. I was also very worried about Ruby being able to pull it off because, again, she had to like escape and she had to like take Jude with her. And Jude's not necessarily the best at escaping, bless him. I loved that scene where Ruby and Vita escaped from Rob. I can't remember if it was it Ruby and Vita or was it Ruby and Jude? I feel like it would have been Ruby and Jude, but I can't remember. Whatever, when they escaped, loved that scene. And it was really nice to get to see like other parts of the world because there was this huge protest going on about the lack of food and lack of supplies. President Grey is just fantastic, isn't he? Not only is he, you know, trying to kill all the Psy kids, but he's also, you know, letting America go to shambles, which is just great. Oh, and the train, and when, like, the bus man, that was so sweet, and how Jude just easily trusts people, and she was like, it's gonna get us killed, and then he was so nice. And then how on the back of the ticket it said stay safe or something. It was just so nice. It was so touching to see people like accepting the kids and realizing that it's not their fault. And then we find Chubbs. We go to their old house and Chubbs is there and he thinks Liam is with Ruby and he's like, oh come on Liam, I know you want a hug, and he's not there. And he's like, but I thought he was with you. You're a team. You don't give up on other people in your team. I didn't realize how much I missed Chubbs until we saw Chubbs again. I hated him so much in The Darkest Minds, and it wasn't until towards the end where I started to really like him. And then we saw him again and he's so sassy and fantastic, and it was just, oh, I missed you Chubbs. He's like, get in the car, and like Vita and Ruby are arguing, of course, and she like slams Ruby's head into the dashboard and Chubbs is just like, hell no. I love him so much. And then Ruby has to tell them about the whole Liam situation and like how he got really mad and was like we find out how much he really cares about her, and of course he cares about her, but he gets really passionate about it and it's just wonderful. And then as well, at one point Vita's like talking to someone and I thought she was being a traitor, being like, oh, we're over here, you can come and get us, because obviously this was like a secret mission kind of thing. And I was so betrayed. It turns out she was just like having a convo with Kate or something and it was fine. Still, I was mad at her. More or less, all the things I really thought, I was kind of like backing her up. I'm like, yes. Oh my god, this fake East River. So we're in the ice or something and we're all kind of like desperate and stuff and it's cold. And so we learn about there's this East River with this slip kid and we go there. Nox. Boy, did I hate him. Alex is also really good at making villains that you just hate. I mean, I hate Clancy with a fiery passion, and Nox wasn't much better. He was just vile. When he put his cigarette out in Ruby's hand, and we're walking around and we go into the medical tent, and who'd we find other than Liam? I wasn't expecting that. I had kind of forgotten amongst all this Slip Kid Nox we're dying in the ice drama that we were even looking for Liam in the first place. And I see Liam and I was excited to see him though, but then he was like dying and stuff, so it wasn't as exciting as perhaps if we had just like found him normally. Pretty much from then on, the frustration about how he can't remember Ruby was so intense. And then Nox called out the Red, the Twitch guy, because Reds, they don't really tend to have a handle on it is what I've learned. When we do eventually find out about Cole, which I mean I'm gonna get into that later, he twitches as well, and in Sparks Rise we see more Reds, and so they're pretty hard to control. So I can, like, for the longest time I was like, why are Reds more dangerous than Orange? I don't think I understood what their power was. It took me a while to figure out that they were fire was their thing. In my mind I was like, what's worse than an Orange? What's worse than someone going in your head and like messing it up in there? Yeah, I guess it's dangerous, but then kind of seeing them and the way they don't really have a handle on it, and kind of the more we learn about them throughout the series, okay, Reds are pretty dangerous, I'll give you that. I still think Blues are underrated though. Like, yeah, Yellows, electricity, whatever, if they had a big enough surge they could kill you. But like, a Blue could put a car on your face. I'm just saying, like, they're pretty dangerous. And when Ruby like got her powers together and made the Red stop and got Nox to come down here, was just the most glorious moment and everything was okay in the world. And she can finally control her powers. It's just, yay. It was so reminiscent of in The Darkest Minds when that Clary Jane, what was her name? Was her name Clary Jane? It was something like that. And she like made her walk away and was like, just don't stop walking, keep walking over there. But she's like just took down a red. Exactly, see, oranges can like stop reds though. So I still think oranges are like at the whatever. And then we go off to get supplies because Kate says there's supplies nearby that will help you. I think that's where we have the conversation with Jude about the compass as well. And how Kate gave it to him or something, and it symbolized him being with the Children's League, but he doesn't want to know if he wants to be part of that anymore. Jude was just so wonderful. I loved him so much. He's just so adorable and sweet and lovely and trusting, and he tries so hard and he's so caring towards the people around him. I really liked him. And the Blues were like doing leapfrog. That was awesome. We get there and there's an alarm going off, but then someone disables it and it's all fine. Jude was awesome. He has a good control of his powers. He's not like Zoo at all. I forgot about Zoo and her lack of control of the powers. I think perhaps what would be more beneficial than locking the kids up in concentration camps would be teaching them how to actually use their powers. And like, I understand like if they can control it, in some ways they're more dangerous because then they could actually hurt you if they wanted to. But I feel like in a lot of ways they'd be less dangerous. Like the reds would explode all the time. The yellows wouldn't explode all the time. Like, I feel like things would just be easier. Oh, Nico. I haven't even talked about Nico yet. Oh, that guy. Ha 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 ha. He was irritating in the beginning and then an idiot in the end. So, really annoyed me that he was like, we didn't really know him, so we didn't really care that he was like a traitor. Just very frustrating. I thought you were better than that, Nico. Anyway, we're in this supply unit thing, and it turns out Gray has just been keeping all the supplies to himself. The world doesn't want to really get involved with the whole Psy thing. They don't want to risk it, fine, whatevs. But they have been sending supplies. They've been trying. Okay, I appreciate that. Apart from the fact that Gray's been keeping them all to himself, I can't say I'm surprised. And then Jude goes off and does his awesome electricity thing. Oh, and Ruby gets stabbed in the back. Wonderful. Just what we needed right now. And then it gets worse because they have to escape and they're all like holding hands or whatever. That scene was so awesome. Like you could, like the image in my head was just like watching a movie. It felt like I was watching a movie. It was so cool. And she goes off running and so they all go off running, right? And Ruby's on her own and she falls and she trips and it's cold and she's bleeding out. Who else finds her but Rob? No, some guy finds her and then he gives her to Rob. They all took off in groups, yet Ruby, the leader, who had just been stabbed, was on her own. And when she was given over to Rob and he put the muzzle on her, commence freak out mode. She killed him and she went too far and she felt really bad. I hated him, so I didn't care. Good riddance. Goodbye. And then when they came to get her and like Chubbs was like trying to clean her wound or something and he was like, no, you're hurting her, be careful. Like this is the first time we see Liam since he's like dying in a bed. Liam! He just is Liam and he likes her. I can't even right now. I love Ruby and Liam. They're like one of my OTPs of like, oh my god, when Chubbs asked Vita if she could drive and she was just like, only like a boss. Vita was also sassy and fantastic, especially towards the end. And her and Ruby, their relationship, they would like have these moments where they would talk and like Vita was there for her. I really came to like Vita in the end, especially her and Ruby. And then isn't it like the middle of the night and she goes for a walk to like a waterfall or something and then Liam's there or she follows him or he follows something along those lines and they have this argument about the Children's League or something, or he finds out that she's with the Children's League and he like automatically like, oh no, stay away from me, how could you? And he feels really betrayed and it's just so frustrating. Why? I just want, tell him, just tell him. Oh! And then we're in that gas station and they kiss and he tells her that he loves her, like, 'cause she thinks he hates him because of the whole Children's League argument drama, and he's like, no, I love you, and it's just, and he kiss, and then she takes down the wall and it's Liam. He's back, and Liam and Ruby are back. It just, and he was so hurt as well because he thought that she didn't like him or something and that she didn't want to be with him. I was kind of, I mean, I can understand why he feels betrayed and he has obviously every right to be mad, but I see why Ruby did it. He was so against the Children's League and she thought she was sparing him. She didn't want to put him through that. I just, the end of The Darkest Minds was just very sad and upsetting and frustrating. So then we get this whole text. We're meeting up with Kate and we have this weird see you later alligator in an hour sunflower. Okay, and then in the text that's not how it's responded. It's different, and so Ruby and Vita, I'm pretty sure, figure out that it's not Kate. They're gonna meet up with someone who isn't Kate. So they go in alone knowing that it's not Kate. Out frustration. The least you could do is give the others a heads up. And then who is there other than Clancy? Oh boy, Sue was like, glad to see you. Not. They decide to bring him with her. They come up with some kind of deal or something, and I just don't. Why would you trust him? He's an orange, we're crying out loud, and he's like, I understand that she's also an orange, but he has high control over everything. I mean, were you not there when we were at the East River? I just kill him already, and like, we need him. I hate Clancy with a strong passion. He's very well done though, because you can see why he's so messed up. And then we have the whole end section where we're back with the Children's League. Kate goes off somewhere and then bombs, just, you know. They were like, weren't they EMPs as well, because all the yellows were like started having seizures? Did it not feel very District 13-esque? The intel has just been destroyed. Little do I know, I'm not gonna care about any of that in about 2 seconds. Cause Jude. She thinks she sees him. And so it's okay. And then it's not Jude. And she starts to freak out. And so Liam and Chubbs go back to look for him. When they come back, and I was thinking he must be in there. He has to be in there. This is Jude we're talking about. The puppy. Nothing bad happened to Jude. The amount of denial, and when they came out without him, no. The tears, oh my god, did I cry. Like, it was uncontrollable. So, book 2 of The Darkest Minds. Both books have a punch in the gut ending. Both books left me crying my eyes out. Wonderful, thank you. And Liam was adorable. I love Liam. I love Liam so much. Give him hell, darling. He's so wonderful. We found out that Cole is a red, which is insane and crazy and unexpected. It's good that we have a red on our side though, because like, it's a good person to have on your side. But I wish you would tell Liam. I feel like that would fix so many of the issues they have with each other, and I feel like Liam would just understand him and respect him so much more if he knew. Frustrating. No one tells anyone anything. Oh, and then there's the president drama as well. I forgot about that. How he gets shot. He's not dead. Please. Please. And then who rises up from the ashes other than Clancy? He's still alive. He survived. How? One girl even says, how are you still alive? And he sat there all smug. I destroyed the research. La-di-la-la. My dad has a plan in action. You need me. You can't kill me. What you gonna do about it? And then we end. I held up the rumpled smoke-stained papers directly in front of Clancy, high enough for the ring of Psy and agents around us to see them too. And I don't know what was more powerful and gratifying to me, the look of terror that swept across his face, or the exhilaration of knowing I finally had my future back in my own hands. You mean this research? It was such an adventure. It did have a very Darkest Minds feel to it, where we were all over the place. It wasn't as much fun as the Darkest Minds, and it wasn't as much Liam, which is probably why I didn't like it as much. And as I said, it took me a little while to get into it, but it was definitely fun, and the characters are amazing. The last third was just excellent. it. As of right now, it's probably my favourite trilogy, but I haven't finished it yet, so we'll see. Plus, I'm in the middle of a couple of really good trilogies, like Tools for Smoke and Bone and The Fifth Wave, so it has competition. The song I'm gonna pick is Nightingale by Demi Lovato, and it's like about missing someone and about how they're not together. And so like Liam and Ruby. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an awesome morning, afternoon, evening / night. My name's Jade. I hope I'll see you again next time. Bye! And when he put his cigarette out in her well, but like a blue could like put a face on your car. No, I guess they could put a face on your car. They could do that.